Welcome to Module 8, and this is a really important module. It's on communication and how to communicate with your customers or potential customers. Creating an email list is a great way to capture those that may not be on social media or looking at Instagram. It's a great way to send out updates on what you can offer and give them information that they might be interested in. Now, there's a few things about creating email lists, and that is ensuring that you have permission to send to them that they're agreed to, that they're interested to hear from you. No spamming, because that just creates bad energy. And when you're sending out an email, add your personality, add some interesting bits about yourself or what you've been up to. Make it personalized so it's just not this bland email. The other thing is to send something that's not costing them anything. Like, give them some information that they would want to read about, so you become the person that they like hearing from. It's not just a sell fest on your emails. So what I do with my emails, which I will admit that I am not consistent, which you need to be consistently sending out, so they get used to hearing from you once a week or once every 2 weeks. What I do with an email is I say, hey, here's my latest blog post and here's some great stuff. And then on that email below it, I have all my upcoming courses, so that I talk about one thing, but if they want to check out what I've got going, it's also on the email. And there's other things that you can do. So once you send out an email, you can put that same information on your social media platforms, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, but you can then add that information and distribute that all at the same time. So you're pretty much guaranteed that if you don't get some of your clients who aren't on Facebook, you'll get them on email, and vice versa. I have many platforms where I send out the same information, and I still get people saying to me, well, they didn't know certain things were coming up. Now, that's probably them not, the emails may go into spam, which is you need to highlight that they need to then save it as their favorite so that it doesn't go into spam. But that's can be an issue with sending out emails. A lot of the marketing stuff go into spam, and I understand that if they reply to you, I think if they reply to you, then it changes the way that email will then go back into their inbox as opposed to going into spam. So I thought that was one way that I did hear about that, and that's one way that you could stop people's emails going into spam. Some other great ways to keep your customers updated is to do demonstrations at local studios or local places that would be interested in what you have to offer, and offer a free demonstration or offer something. You can approach them and say, hey, do you have information nights on? Or I know organizations would have them. What you can do is video yourself doing the demonstration and edit it down and show the best of what you've done. But you've got to be creative, and you've got to be engaged, and you've got to say yes. I'm a yes person. I barely say no, or I didn't used to say no. I might say no now, but prior to this journey, someone said, can you treat that client? I go, okay. Or can you come to this expo, and how about, I go, yes. Can you do this interview? I'm like, oh yeah, no worries. Or I just kept saying yes to everything. And yeah, it was nerve-wracking, but I just did it. You could also create a press kit, which makes you look more professional. I'll attach mine. I've got one that probably needs updating, but I'll attach mine so that you can have a look at what mine looks like. And so that just makes you look a little bit more professional, so that if someone does want to interview you, then you can say, well, here's my press kit. And it's just got questions on that they can ask you. It talks a bit about you, so that they've got this overview of you when they introduce you. Now, SourceBottle is from Australia. However, it is open to international applicants. But there's another link that I've added, which is Harrow, and that's another global source place where journalists will be putting in call-outs for people to interview and who they're looking for. So that's another list that you can get emailed to you daily, so that you can apply for, potential options to be interviewed and be in the paper or be on radio. You've got a press kit, then that can help. But it's good to learn, and I've added some information and some links on, how to really reply to the media or potential journalists, so that they look at you, you stand out as opposed to other people that are applying. So exercise 8 is about how you're going to communicate with your audience. Are you going to go and visit local, your local areas of yoga studios or whatever it is that you do? Go do some networking. Are you going to do this online? How often are you going to send out your email blast? And again, are you going to get yourself offer a book? Going to write your story? You're going to create a press kit. Make sure you sign up to Source Bottle and Hiro. There's get yourself ready, but you've got to start working on something to offer. The more content you have out there, the more chances that someone will find you. And through law of attraction and through the magical ways of the universe, if you're using them correctly, people find you. And in all of the millions and billions of people on this planet, someone can find you, but you need to get out there. You need to be seen. You need to say, hello, here I am. I'm saying yes. Spend time in the creation of the foundation of how you're going forward, and you will set a foundation for success, okay? All right, so take care, and I'll see you in the next module.